Every morning routine video tells you like the same five things. They tell you you need to wake up early, you need to go on a run, you need to make your bed, drink water. None of them tell you why. And I think that's a value that's lacking in a lot of these videos. And so that's what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you why exactly your morning routine should be a staple of your day and why you need to do these certain things, because they can help improve your productivity dramatically, how you look dramatically, and just your days dramatically. When you start them off right, you're gonna live right? So I'm gonna walk you through my exact routine, basically exactly what I do. And yeah, let's just get started. So basically, like a bonus tip, I guess, before we even get started, is cheat code is night before you leave your phone on the other side of the room, even if you have an alarm on there or whatever. One, you don't want blue light before bed. Everybody knows that, but the phone should be on the other side of the room. And so when you wake up, you can't get immediately on your phone. But if you have your alarm on there, then it forces you to get out of bed to go turn that alarm off, right? So that's a cheat code in of itself. But so number one is you want to have the same wake up time every single morning, and it should be within like 30 minutes of each other. And this is much more important than getting early sleep, and a lot of people have no idea. And you can think of it this way. It's like if you go on a plane flight and you're jet lagged, right? You're kind of like an hour or two off your normal time. But once you get your body into a routine, then it will know like when you go to sleep and when you wake up. And so it can purposely like refresh your body within those certain hours, and it'll give you the melatonin at night, and it knows when to wake up in the morning. And this way, you might not even have to wake up with an alarm, and you can just wake up on your own, right? So consistent time, make sure that time is consistent. It's one of the most important things. And what I do second is I go to the bathroom, wherever that may be, if it's down the hall, whatever, throw some water on your face, cold water on your face. I need moisturizer. I'm on Accutane. I need moisturizer. I throw moisturizer on my face every single morning. But another important aspect is tinted sunscreen. And a lot of people don't say this, but a lot of people just put on sunscreen because everybody knows sunscreen is good for your skin. You can't especially if you're a white boy like me, you can't go outside and get burnt all over and then you just look red like a tomato and you look like shit, right? But tinted sunscreen really helps me out because you don't have that white cast over your face. You don't look like a ghost, and it just looks clean. I don't know. It's just trust me. Get some tinted sunscreen. You'll look a lot better in the morning, right? And number 3 is going to be chugging a glass of water. Why? It gets your body started, right? It gets your body moving. It's sort of like it'll drain your face a little bit. You'll get a little bit less puffy because you need that fresh water, right? So you wake up puffy and bloated because you're like a plant that's all droopy. It isn't gonna be good until it has water in it. And you need a bunch of water throughout the day, but that's a different topic. But just start your day off, just chug a cup of water. It'll get your system started and running. And that's super important. The next thing that I like to do is I go back to my bed after I get my water or whatever, and I go and I make my bed, because I feel like if you aren't going to get anything done that day, you can count that as a win. And keeping your room clean is one of the most important things for your mindset. When you go into your room, if you feel confident about how it looks, you like the environment you're in. If you walk into your room and it's all dirty, you might be more inclined to go lay on your bed or just feel lazy, because once everything stacks up, then you just kind of don't want to deal with it. So if you consistently put in 5 minutes, 2 minutes in the morning to keep your bed made, keep your room clean, you're going to feel great in your environment. And that's super important. So my next step, so far these 4 steps have probably taken 4 minutes, right? This is probably the longest step, and it's super important for your melatonin. Basically, when you go to sleep at night, your brain gets this thing called melatonin. And you've probably heard of it before. You can take it in little pill form if you're jet lagged or whatever and you need to fall asleep at the right time. But you get this thing called melatonin, and it goes in a cycle, and basically it has to reset. And one of the easiest ways to get it to reset is by going outside and getting some sun in your eyes in the morning. And opening your windows is going to do a little bit of this for you if you can't go outside and it's super cold or whatever. But honestly, find any reason to go outside, because getting that sunlight in your eyes will reset your melatonin cycle, and it'll make it very consistent so that your body knows there's this 8-hour period or 9-hour period or whatever, and that's when I'm going to be well rested. And I'm going to allocate that time to repairing the body from your lifts, from your cardio, whatever, right? And so this sunlight just acts as a sort of indicator to your body that I've waken up now, great, I'm chilling. What I like to do when I'm out there, because you're not just going to sit there and look at the sun for 10, 15 minutes, whatever. The things that I like to do when I'm out there is I like to do some sort of stretching or lymphatic drainage. And that's purely because I don't like my face to look all bloated in the morning. Like, you'll wake up and you look at your face and you look all tired, and it takes time throughout the day, a little bit of movement throughout the day to get your body right again. And so what I like to do is stretching, right? I go out there and I do my stretching because it helps dramatically with lifts. And honestly, it just feels really good. Like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, I couldn't touch my toes, like a month ago. And I started stretching recently, and I just, like, going out on hikes with my family and stuff, like, I just felt like the man. Like, stretching is undefeated, and a lot of people don't realize that it's one of the main 5 pillars of fitness, and it's super important to have under your belt. But there's another thing you can do called lymphatic drainage, and this just helps you look a lot better in the morning, and that just involves a lot of arm circles, a lot of movement, swinging back and forth, and it's just sort of like, if you've heard of Tai Chi, what old Asian dudes like to do in the park, that's a form of lymphatic drainage, and that's because it sort of like relaxes your body and mind, and that's also a form of meditation. So while you're out there, there's some choices, right? You can do stretching, you can do some journaling if you want. Self-reflection is always great. Do some lymphatic drainage, Tai Chi, whatever it may be. Just make sure you're using that time out there productively, because when you start your day off productively, you're going to feel great, right? The next step, whenever you go to the kitchen, you want to get some electrolytes. I like to use Noon tablets. I don't know why. It's just like what I've kind of grown accustomed to. But any sort of electrolytes, right? You just want to make sure that they have a good balance. But you want electrolytes in the morning, and you can have caffeine now if you'd like, even though it spikes your cortisol a little bit, but that's kind of needed to wake up, whatever. I like to have my electrolytes mixed with creatine because it keeps the 2 habits stacked together, and it just makes you feel great in the morning. The electrolytes are really needed for like replenishing your blood and just your health. Like, if you don't have something in the tank to get you going, then you feel me, like your car's not gonna run, and that is your body, right? And number 8, if you do like to have breakfast, I'd recommend having some protein, whether that be like eggs, protein oatmeal, yogurt bowl, whatever, and some slow digesting carbs. And when I mean slow digesting carbs, I mean things like bread, and not like cereal. Cereal is probably one of the worst things that you can have for breakfast, and a lot of people don't know this, but it's just super fast digesting, and so you get a boost of energy in the beginning of the day, and you might feel great, but it's not going to give you this energy that lasts for the rest of the day, and that's what really matters. So you don't want a super sugary breakfast, because then you'll just crash by 11 a.m. and you'll feel terrible, right? Well, a lot of people like to fast as well. You don't have to eat breakfast if you don't feel like it. And that's a great way to lose weight. But I've always been on the side of I need to gain more weight because I'm a super skinny guy. But yeah, anyway, that's the routine. Pretty simple. 8 simple things every single day. And yeah, here's what they are. I'm going to read through my little list again. So you want the same wake up time. You guys know why. It's for the melatonin cycle. Cold water, get that splash on your face, wake yourself up. Moisturizer, sunscreen, that's number 2. 3 is going to be chugging a glass of water. Get your body, start moving. You want to go back, you want to make your bed, get that win for the day, right? Get sunlight outside, and while you're getting that sunlight, you want to do some stretching, journaling, tai chi, meditation, whatever it may be, but some sort of self-improvement habit. Because when you start off that day with a win, you're gonna keep moving, and you're gonna keep getting more wins throughout the day, right? When you go to the kitchen, you get electrolytes, you get some creatine, get yourself started right, and then slow digesting carbs and protein. It's pretty simple, and none of this works because it's complicated. It's like it'll take max like 10 to 30 minutes, right? It's not too hard to get done. You can do it before work, you can do it before school, you can do it whenever. It's just sort of a way that your body knows, okay, I'm starting the day and I'm going to start it productively, right? And that's exactly what you want. So it works on any day, no matter what time you wake up, if you've had a late night or whatever and you need that extra sleep, just get this morning routine in. It's going to be super helpful. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and comment if any of these things have worked for you or whatever. All right, peace.